University of Science and Technology, and my theory is about social media as a public utility. And for more information, just watch this video.
Social media as a public utility is a theory implying that social networking sites are public necessities that should be regulated with the government. A social networking service is a platform to build social networks or social relations among people who share interests, activities, backgrounds, or real-life connections. A social network service consists of a representation of each user, his or her social links, and a variety of additional services. Social networking sites allow users to share ideas, pictures, posts, activities, events, and interests with people in their network. What is social media? Refers to the means of interactions among people in which they create, share, and exchange information and ideas in virtual communities and networks. It is a set of online technologies, sites, and practices which are used to share opinions, experiences, and perspectives. Fundamentally, it is about conversation. In contrast with traditional media, the nature of social media is to be highly interactive. Moreover, the term social media is described as online tools that let people to interact and communicate with each other. By using social media, individuals became more closely and strongly connected than ever before. A public utility. The traditional definition of the term public utility is an infrastructural necessity for the general public where the supply conditions are such that the public may not be provided with a reasonable service at reasonable prices because of monopoly in the area. Conventional public utilities include water, natural gas, and electricity. In order to secure the interests of the public, utilities are regulated. Public utilities can also be seen as natural monopolies, implying that the highest degree of efficiency is accomplished under one operator in the marketplace. Public utility regulation has been largely criticized because people believe it produces undesirable and indirect effects. However, others argue that truly effective government regulation is valuable. Social media as a public utility can be crucial debate because utilities get regulated, and by marking social media websites as utilities would require government regulation of various social media websites and platforms such as Facebook, Google, and Twitter. A monopoly is defined as a firm that is the only seller of a product or service having no close substitutes. A natural monopoly is when the entire demand within a relevant market can be satisfied at lowest cost by one firm rather than by two or more. And if such a market contains more than one firm, then the firms will quickly shake down to one through mergers or failures. Or production will continue to consume more resources than necessary. Refers to the process by which a company gains the ability to raise prices and exclude competitors. A monopoly is a business entity that has significant market power, that is, the power to change high prices. Why social media should be a public utility? Advocates of this theory believe that social media websites are already act like public utilities, and therefore regulation is needed. Additionally, advocates argue that in the 21st century, using such websites are as necessary for communication as using traditional public utilities such as water, electricity, and natural gas or for other everyday uses. Specifically, Advocates note that Google search should be treated as a public utility and needs to be regulated because it dominates the search engine market and no website can afford to ignore it. Social media should be a public utility has three levels. First is the individual level, second the business level, and third is the government level. First, we will tackle about the individual level. On the individual level, advocates of social media as a public utility believe that internet presence using social media websites is imperative in order to adequately take part in the 21st century as an individual, and consequently, these sites are public utilities and need to be regulated. Sites like Facebook, YouTube demonstrate the great value that has been placed on the user, from a user's attention to his or her opinions and feelings about products, current events, and much more. Social media presents an outlet for expression. Specifically, social media researcher Dana Boyd has argued that the social media site Facebook is obtaining public utility characteristics, and due to such characteristics, she concludes that regulation will eventually take place in the future. Additionally, Boyd points out that just like water, power, and sewage, most people will not give up Facebook regardless of how much they hate it. She argues that Facebook is becoming a public utility and regulation is imminent. Specifically, she states that we can argue about whether or not regulation makes things cheaper or more expensive, but we can't argue about whether or not regulators are involved with utilities. They are always watching them because they matter to people. Furthermore, an assistant professor at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Zainat Tufekci, expresses that social media is a public utility and is optional in the same sense that electricity, telephone, and modern medicine are optional. Tufekci claims websites such as Facebook act as a phone directory in the lives of young people. Additionally, she expresses that maintaining a social media profile is not an easy endeavor and users are highly unlikely to duplicate this effort across multiple services. She claims this is the same way multiple electric companies don't put down parallel cables to each neighbor to compete with each other. The research done by both Tufekci and Boyd illustrate the way advocates of social media as a public utility feel about social media websites. Specifically, these advocates claim that such websites are the equivalent of social utilities or social commons and are essential to one's social existence. On the business level, advocates of social media as a public utility argue that social media services dominate the internet and are mainly owned by three or four companies that have unparalleled power to shape user interaction. And because of this power, such businesses need to be regulated as public utilities. Zeynep Fikshi claims that services on the internet such as Google, eBay, Facebook, Amazon.com are all natural monopolies. She argues that these services benefit greatly from network externalities, which means that the more people on the service, the more useful it is for everyone, and thus make it hard to replace the market leader. Business and organizations care about reaching consumers where they are, and today's traditional methods support the claim. There are radio commercials for consumers at home and print ads to fill the cracks. Since the web has become a new destination for millions of people all over the world, a new form of communication has appeared, the social necessity. This new way of communicating and doing business is global, and it's shaping more and more the way people think and explore themselves online. On the government level, advocates of social media as a public utility believe that the government should impose restrictions on social media websites such as Google that are designed to benefit its rivals. Overall, advocates of social media as a public utility believe that due to the immense popularity and necessity of social media websites, it is imperative that the government imposes regulations in the same manner they do for electricity, water, and natural gas. By using social media, the council has an online presence. We can reach people in the city and join in online discussion. Why social media should not be a public utility? Opponents of this theory argue that social media websites should not be treated as public utilities. They argue that these platforms are changing every year and they are not essential services for survival as common public utilities such as water, natural gas, and electricity. Opponents point out that because social media is constantly evolving, innovation is the application of new solutions that meet new requirements or existing marketing needs because of its competition are necessary for its growth. On the individual level, opponents argue that treating social media websites as regulated public utilities would harm consumer welfare because public utility regulation has traditionally been the archenemy of innovation and competition. Mark Hamison brings up a situation in 2009 which illustrates how consumers can easily find alternatives to social media sites such as Google Search. For about an hour in the morning of January 31, 2009, Google Search results contained a noticeable error. During that period of time, a large numbers of consumers switched their search activity to Yahoo and probably to other search engines. Such an incident shows that while social media sites are extremely popular, they are not essential to our social and economic functions in the way that electricity and water are. Additionally, opponents argue that social media websites are relatively new and that new ones continue to displace the old ones. For example, opponents point out that MySpace was the market leader long before Facebook became active and was expected to have continued success. However, once the platform Facebook was created, users jumped to these new social media websites within a short period of time. MySpace lost the majority of users and was forced to cut costs and therefore may disappear in the near future. Opponents argue that due to such discoveries, social media is not a public utility because a utility is considered an essential facility that has no good alternatives. On a business level, opponents fear that if social media websites become public utilities, then providers of these sites will be treated as vital facilities, and such a situation threatens to convert productions of natural monopoly into a self-fulfilling prophecy. Opponents to this theory also argue that economic regulation of social media sites could decrease investments and consequently harm customers and rivals. For example, if a social media site such as Google Search were regulated, it could result in at least partial public disclosure of Google Search algorithms, which would allow other businesses to behave strategically to improve their search rankings without benefiting consumers. Furthermore, social media services are constantly evolving and consequently Despite the massive user base that sites such as Facebook and Google have, opponents believe that the disappearance of this business are only a masterpiece of software away. Traditional business classified as public utilities, such as water and electric companies, have a monopoly over their services, making this business irreplaceable. And opponents argue that such is not the case with social media websites. On the government level, opponents to this theory believe that imposing utility status on social media websites would consequently cause government regulation, which could result in an unfair change for both business and individuals. For example, suggested by such opponents is the fear that these websites would start to charge a fee in adjustment to the new rules imposed by the government.